Hello everyone, I am the Germ Exterm, and as we go to war with COVID-19, novel coronavirus, our first line of defense is soap.
COVID-19 is a round-shaped virus, which has spike-like proteins protruding from a lipid layer. The spike proteins actually give the virus its common name, coronavirus. This is because it looks sort of like a crown. These proteins are like the hands of the virus that shake the hands or receptors of cells in our respiratory system, pretending to be a familiar friend while really the virus is not a friend and will share bad genetic information with our cells to replicate itself and infect us. We can keep this bad message from being delivered by killing the virus before it enters our body. The best way to do so is with hand soap. Any soap will work, and it does not have to say antibacterial. This is not a bacteria, but a virus. Two very different things. COVID-19 is an enveloped virus, meaning it is enclosed by a lipid layer, shown here in yellow. This layer is a sort of oil consistency and helps the virus adhere to things. I will show a demonstration on the oil's adhering effect using cotton balls and a metal bowl. So, here I have soaked a cotton ball in vegetable oil as to represent the oily lipid layer of COVID-19, and one in water as a control. I then place both cotton balls onto the flat bottom of a metal bowl, representing your hand. Now clearly there is a lot of air that is to be considered, as well as a lot more science behind this concept to be considered. But bear with my simple basement demonstration. Now, as I run water directly in the middle of the two cotton balls, you can observe the water pressure throwing the water-soaked cotton ball and adversely moving right around the coronavirus cotton ball, leaving the virus stuck to the hand. This is why it's essential to use soap. Soap is chemically structured similar to the lipid layer of COVID-19. There is a hydrophilic head, which mixes with water, and a hydrophobic tail, which wants to mix with oil-like substances, including the lipid layer of COVID-19. When the soap spontaneously interacts with the similarly structured lipid bilayer surrounding the viruses, it breaks the layer apart. While I've drawn this only on a small part of the virus, soap carries out this action on all surfaces of the virus at once. Once broken into pieces, soap forms cages around the debris of the shattered virus, and the water washes the soap and debris into the drain. Now this cage-like structure that encloses the debris is called a micelle. I demonstrate how soap allows things to be easily rinsed with the same experiment I had performed before, only this time by first adding hand soap to the bottom of the bowl or hand. You will observe this time how the lipid-soaked coronavirus cotton ball slides off just as the water-soaked control had. You will observe this time how the lipid-soaked coronavirus cotton ball slides off just as easily as the water-soaked control had. Now, what if a sink is unavailable? Hand sanitizer is a good backup. Here I have the ingredient list for a popular hand sanitizer, Purell Advanced. The active ingredient in this agent is ethyl alcohol, whose molecular structure is similar to soap, containing the hydrophilic head and hydrophobic tail as described before, and ends up using a similar mechanism of attack. The downfalls of hand sanitizer include the ability of microbes to hide in or on dirt on your hands. Also, without rinsing, the micelles and debris remain on your hands, although usually harmless. The alcohol active ingredient also evaporates quickly, which is less than ideal as it takes time for the alcohol to destroy the virus. This concept is also why it is important to not dry your hands off after using hand sanitizer, but let them air dry.
Okay, so here's a reminder, if you're going to use the hand sanitizer because there's no sink or soap available, always make sure that the alcohol content is over 60%. The one way you can check that is to just turn it over to the drug facts and ingredients. And it should say right next to the active ingredient, ethyl alcohol, the percentage. This here is 62%. That's sufficient. Also, when you're washing your hands, make sure you're doing it for 20 seconds. Remember, the soap needs time to break down the lipid layer of the virus to act effectively. There's a few methods to make sure you're washing your hands for 20 seconds. I will attach a few examples after this short clip here, and feel free to watch them. Thank you guys very much. 'Cause if you like it, then you should put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Don't be mad once you see that you want it. 'Cause if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride into the city. Make a lot of noise 'cause the girls, they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway in my old stud Leroy's, and the girls say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Everybody says, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Stroke me, could be a winner, boy, you move quite well. Stroke me, stroke. Stroke me, you got your number down. Stroke me. Say you're a winner, but then, man, you're just a sinner now.